You, my friend, need to die. Are you on me? Probably the seashells. So if we go ahead and take those out, oh. Hello everybody and welcome back to some more All the Mods 9. Today, we're going to be doing some more magic. Even more magic. But today, it's not with whatever this mod was. Ars Nouveau. That's what it was called. No, today, it's going to be with some Apotheosis. What is Apotheosis, you might ask? You know the normal enchanting in Minecraft? This takes it to an even stronger degree. Like, it is insane. And we're going to be doing some of that today. Now, first and foremost, we need to grab ourselves our enchanting table. And we're also actually going to want to grab all these bookshelves. Those are very nice. And these things are going to be what is necessary to start our Apotheosis questline. Now, there is a miniature questline here. It doesn't have its own page as far as I can tell. But in order for us to continue this, we need the enchanting table and this vial of searing expulsion. This vial is very interesting in that it'll actually allow you to unsocket Apotheosis gems from different equipments. It's also an ingredient which will work towards the All the Mod star, so we're definitely going to want this. So in order for us to get it, we need 4 gem dust, 2 blaze rods, a thick potion, I thought that was a bottle of water, some magma cream, and a bucket of lava. How much of this do I actually have? I know I'm definitely going to need to go and grab the lava. Okay, so I need to grab the thick potion, the magma cream, which genuinely surprises me. I have like a butt ton of slime and other stuff. Alrighty, gathered up those 2 things, so now we can go ahead and just plop this right into here, and there we go, we got the seared expulsion, or whatever it is. I probably won't be using that, but at least this way, this will actually open up the rest of the questline for us. And this does actually give us the Chronicle of Shadows, which is Apotheosis' guidebook. Fortunately, though, we don't need guidebook. We only need quest book. And the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to upgrade some of our bookshelves into a hell shelf and a sea shelf. Sea shelf. I get it. Okay, I didn't get that before. But to make these, you need a bookshelf, and for the sea shelf, you need prismarine bricks, pufferfish, and a water bottle. That part's the easy part. And then for the hell shelf, if I go ahead and find that, we're going to need nether bricks, also very easy. I can probably actually go ahead and make enough of those right now. There we go. And then we're also going to need a potion of regeneration, which is just an aqua potion and a gas tier. That's also very easy. And then the bookshelf, and then a blaze rod. Prismarine, though. That one's actually going to be very interesting, because I actually haven't found any of that yet. Wait a minute. I take that back. I do know where I can get some. So for those of you who don't know, prismarine comes from ocean monuments and other such places in the ocean. Well, while I was out exploring one time, I did come across this thing, which should just be right over here. I never actually went inside of it because it actually looked really freaking huge. Like, look at this thing. This thing's so big, and look at all of this. Nope, that's copper. Well, I mean, there's some prismarine. And there's the effect. Okay, well, hopefully I might still be able to mine up some of this prismarine. Alternatively, I could try going into here and seeing if I could kill that freaking guardian. Because, yeah, if I go into there, that might make it a little bit easier. So, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and fight this guy. Yeah, I can even see him down there. The Elder Guardian's right there. Oh, gosh, I really don't want to do this. Okay, this is just gonna take forever, so I had a better idea. I'm gonna use a milk bottle, which should hopefully do the same as just drinking a bucket of milk. Get rid of my mining fatigue, and that... Oh, it did get rid of it. Okay, wait, let's go faster. Okay, here we go, I'm in! Okay, here we go. Elder Guardian, you, my friend, need to die. Are you on me? Okay, yes, there we go. Okay, come here, die! Yes! He's dead! Finally. Alrighty, I should have everything I'm gonna need. I wasn't able to get very many pufferfish because I didn't actually have any of those. I wanted to have at least 7 of them, but in the end, I was only able to get 4. Which is a minor inconvenience, but you know what? It's fine. So now that we've gotten that one, we can also go ahead and then make ourselves a few of the hell shelves. Let's go ahead and make 6. That should do. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of these ones. And now we just need to go over and set up our little enchanting table. I think there's still one room left on the top floor that I haven't changed. and that should be right over here. Yeah, this looks like it'd be a good spot. So let's go ahead and put down our enchanting table, and we have... How do we already have 15% quanta? I'm not going to question how we already have some of that. We're just going to say that we have some of it. Okay, so then we can go ahead and then put our seashells right here. And then we can go ahead and then put the hex shells right over here. This should do it. There we go. And then that puts us at 15 of the Arcana. Probably should have brought, like, something with other stuff, but, like, wow, there we go. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Okay, cool then. So then we can go ahead and put our Wither Skeleton Skulls right along here, and then those should give us some more quanta. There we go. And then if we look in here, 73% quanta. We're vastly exceeding the amount we're going to need. There we go. Because we do need these to be at specific stuff. It needs to be at least at certain levels for us to be able to continue. But next, we're just going to need to stick down our candles right over here to give us 5 Arcana on each of them. Yeah, okay, so I just looked into it. It's definitely far, far more than enough. That is good. The only thing that is a problem is the Eterna. I need a few more bookshelves on here.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so if I look into this thing right here, I think that should be enough. And I actually discovered something. Apparently, the candles actually bring down the Eterna, which is something that I do not want. And I also discovered that I can break these hex shells right here, and it should still be fine. So now if I look into here, there we go. We have infusion now. Okay, so now we can go ahead and then use that. And then we have ourselves our infused hell shells. That is the next thing that we need. We need to infuse the hex shells as well as these other things. And I think that now with this one, we could then mix it with some glowstone, which will then make it even stronger. So let's go ahead and start infusing all of these bookshelves right here. We can't infuse the normal ones as far as I know. So we're just going to have to do the special ones right here. So now we can go ahead and just throw all of this stuff in. And... oh, I'm an idiot. I did not think that one through. I need these things here in order to actually do the job. Well, I mean, I do know that the next hex shelf after the infused one right here, the glowing one, does give me a buttload of quanta and arcana, which is some of the stuff that this stuff is giving me. So maybe what I should just do is just go ahead and then just infuse the rest of these ones, and then we can move on to the sea shelf ones. So now if we go ahead and put this one into there, now we can use infusion on this guy. There we go. Okay, I don't know if I can take the rest of these down for this or not, because I know that sometimes if, like, I don't have it all there. Okay, there we go. I can still use it regardless. There we go. And now we've got ourselves the infused seashells. There we go. So now then for the next level above that one, we have the crystalline one, which will give us a lot more of that stuff. There is an alternative route I could take if I don't have enough, which is just with the normal prismarine and a Heart of the Sea, which does give a lot of arcana, but with the level after these guys, I shouldn't really need to. I should hopefully have enough for the 4 crystalline, so let's see. I had exactly enough for 4. Holy crap, that's actually really good. So now we can go ahead and place these guys right down in here, and there we go. Now we've got ourselves that whole spiel going on. Wow, that is so much. Dude, that's already awesome. Okay, cool. So now that we've gotten that level of these things down, the next one after these two, we don't even need these guys anymore. Well, I mean, we do need them. But the next one after them is called the Deep Shelf. In order for me to get these, I need to make a bookshelf out of books and some cracked deep slate tiles, which aren't actually terrible to get. I just need some deep slate and possibly chiseling, but like my alternative ideas are just to crush the tiles, which I can get from bricks and stuff. It's all very easy. Then after that, I believe I cast infusion on it, and that should get me the deep shelf. And then I can upgrade it again to either echoing deep shelf or soul touch deep shelf. Both of which could be very, very interesting. And then after that, we will be almost done with some enchanting setups. Alright, I got myself the deep shelves. And I did actually need to change out 2 of my normal bookshelves for some more glowing hell shelves, because this actually didn't have enough arcana on it for me to be able to make the infusion. But now that we do, we could go ahead and then just grab the rest of... Oh, shoot. Well, it does look like I can still put infusion on this, so yeah, there we go. Now it's a deep shelf. Okay, cool. For a second, I got a little confused because it was just called deep shelf, but then I remembered that these are normally called dormant deep shelves. So there we go. Now we can go ahead and just get the rest of these ones in, and there we go. Now we have all of our deep shelves. I'm only really going to use 4 of these to upgrade with, because 4 of them are also going to be used for something else. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 4, combine it with another enchanting table, which I'm going to need to go ahead and make really quickly, with the one last book I had. Very nice. And then we're going to need to make 4 ender chests. That way we can go ahead and make this thing called the Enchanting Library. That is going to be important for later, but for right now, though, we need to go ahead and get this recipe right here, so that way we can then get ourselves our echoing ones. There we go. And if I did want to make the other one, I would need to make the echoing one first, because it is a result of this guy. So let's go ahead and make all of these into our echoing deep shelves. There we go. That looks very, very nice, which means now with these, we have almost all of the different kinds of ones. And let's go ahead and actually take down our skulls right here, because while they do give us a lot more quanta, I'm pretty sure I do need to kind of reduce my quanta for a second. So getting rid of a lot of these is going to help me out quite a bit. And these guys don't actually give me quanta, they just give me more arcana. So now if I look into here, I am maxed out on arcana. That is awesome. Okay, cool. Now, this enchanting library, what this thing does is it's very special. Let me go ahead and grab some enchanting books. Alrighty, I've gathered up all of my enchanting books. So, how it works, if I can word this properly. If I threw in an efficiency 5 like I just did, it now stores in 5 efficiency 1s. So it stores by the amount of the maximum that I had in there. So if I can go ahead and throw in all of my enchants into here, that one that had a lot of them should give me a lot of different ones. Yes, it does. Okay, that's cool. So now, this place is basically an area where I can store all of my enchanting books, but it gets better. If I want to go ahead and then let me find protection and mending, I can customize my own unique enchanting book. Let's also go ahead and put Silk Touch on there, because why not? You know what? I wonder if I could put everything on this one book. Wait a minute, can I? Oh my gosh, wait, I don't think I can, actually. Okay, it might also be because, yeah, I have the next level unavailable, but like, wow. Everything in one Omega book right here. Oh my gosh, that's actually really sick. This is kind of pretty much the main-ish reason why I wanted to get all this, was so that way I could actually get this little thing right here. But the rest of this is also working towards the Autobot Star, so, you know, that's more of a subtle reason. Either way, though, now that we've gotten all of these, the next bookshelf that we need to progress through before we can continue on is going to be the end shelf. The end shelf is made with endstone bricks, ender pearls, any kind of normal bookshelf, and infused dragon's breath. This is where this gets a bit interesting, because normally when it came to these things, it was that you had to have at least a certain amount of each of these things. But here, with this infused dragon's breath, I now actually have a situation where I can have no more than 25% of my quanta, which is why I wanted to get rid of my skulls, which were making so much of that quanta. So now let's go ahead and grab ourselves some of our dragon's breath, because I do have a little bit of it, not too much, mind you, but you know, it's just a little bit. But let's see, if I throw this in here, do I have enough for infusion? I still have too much quanta. Okay then, so what is making that much quanta? It's probably the seashells. So if we go ahead and take those out, oh. Alrighty, it took a little bit of doing, but I was eventually able to get this stuff right. So I discovered that apparently there's these things called melon shelves, and their exclusive purpose is not to add anything, but to actually subtract. So it takes away 1 Eterna and 10 Quanta. So then I had to balance out taking out the right amount of Quanta from all of that, but then I just had a little bit of Eterna that I just wasn't able to get back. So what I did was I made 3 of these melon shells, and I turned 2 of my echoing shells into echoing skulk shells. And now it all is exactly at the right numbers, where it needs to be at least 40 and at most 25. And now we can make the dragon's breath. There we freaking go. Oh my gosh, there we go. So I don't know how much of this I am actually going to need. So I'm just going to go ahead and make 12 for right now, because I'm pretty sure that just one of these makes an end shelf, right? Yes, it absolutely does. So then, yeah, all that's left is to get ourselves our end shelves. Go ahead, put these guys into here, and then we get ourselves some end shelves, baby. Ah, it's beautiful. Then I believe after that, the only thing left is for me to... No, it's not to infuse it. So then I need 5 ender pearls, our end shelf, and a dragon head. Alrighty, I should have enough for all the dragon heads. There we go. Just go ahead and throw all these in there. That'll give me 5. It does not do the thing with the bottles, though. That is unfortunate. Oh, well, I mean, it does work if I put them in stacks like that. Okay, that actually is a lot better. There we go. We got ourselves our dragon heads. So now we just need to throw these guys here, and then we get ourselves our draconic end shells. There we go. That, my friends, is the last bookshelf in the Apotheosis questline. There we go. After that, this is the weird part. For these things at the end here, we have the miniature end stuff. Well, like just the miniature portals in itself. We got the exit portal, another portal, and the end portal. It's all mini stuff, and all of them, every last one, goes into this thing right over here, which is a creation for the All the Mod star. But none of the craftings in any of these have anything to do with the enchants. Like, they're just at the end of this quest line here for no real reason. And I mean, all of these things I could end up actually getting. It's like most of them aren't that hard. But one ingredient throughout all of them is this core. Now, I can't really get this core because it takes atomic alloy, which is a mechanism line thing, which takes a lot of the reinforced stuff, which takes just a buttload of automations and stuff that I really just don't have access to at this point. I could do it, like, relatively soon, but most of it is blocked behind just a bunch of obsidian and crap like that, which I just don't have the patience for. So, most of those things I'll probably make near the end of just me getting the process for the All the Mod star, but at least with this, we have all the way up here to the quest line for us to actually be able to get it. So now we could probably just go ahead and take down 5 of our bookshelves right here. There we go. Now we got ourselves all of our end shelves. So then after that, like if I put my sword here, all of that does get maxed out. There we go. So now, okay, so that actually gives me quite a bit of stuff. Sweeping edge, capturing is a pretty good one. Fire aspect, all of that's actually pretty good. If I go ahead and take away my melon shells, because I don't really need those things up there anymore, we can then go ahead and just replace those with just some normal bookshelves. And then if I go ahead and stick my sword in here, now we have a lot more quanta. So let's see what we can get from this now. A lot of it looks the same. Okay, well, what if I were to start enchanting my armor? Let's see. We have Respiration 6, Repellent 9, Mana Regen 6. Okay, and then we've also got these other things. I don't know what a lot of these things actually do. And I don't know if I can even enchant my leggings, because those things actually already have something on them. I can, actually. Okay, that's fascinating. I just don't know if it'll get rid of stuff I already have on it. Yeah, I think I'll go for the protection 4 on there. And there we go. Now we've got that on our leggings. And there we go. We got those guys right up to there. And we've got protection 4 for that one. Okay, so now if we go ahead and equip all of our armor again, we are now going to be completely protected. And it doesn't actually look like my armor glows with this one with the enchants. That's okay, though. And then we could also try enchanting the sword. We got capturing 5, knockback 3. Holy crap, knockback 3 would be kind of insane. And smite 5! Dude, smite's actually something I need. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, okay? Because, like, I can always take a... Oh, wow, that's a lot of different enchants. Because I can always take my enchants on these things off, though. Like, if I go ahead and smash this one under the anvil, it should hopefully work. And even if it doesn't, I think I know another way which I could get rid of enchants on stuff. So let's go ahead and break this guy right here, throw my sword, and then drop it. Oh wait, I need a book for this to work. Okay, let's try this again. Throw down the books, throw down the sword, and then put that there. And then that should have gotten us... It did not. That's very interesting. Okay, then. So in that light, we'll need another way to disenchant our stuff. And the way that we could actually do that would be with this thing right here called the enchantment extractor. Because what this baby would do is, if I use this with books and something enchanted, it will then take the enchantments off of the individual item and then put it onto the book. It does take a bit of stuff, though, so I probably won't do that right now. But you know what? I see this as an absolute win, because with this, we've pretty much done everything with Apotheosis that we can for right now. I mean, at least with the Apotheosis enchanting. When it comes to the Apotheosis gems, those things are some other demographic entirely. And in all honesty, we can probably do those right now. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. Let's just make this Apotheosis Day.
Later that same evening.
Okay, so I made a bit of a mix-up. It's not actually the Apotheosis gems that I'm actually automating. It's something else that helps to make them. And right here in the end, we have a little setup right here that goes out like this. And what this is an automatic Enderman killing machine. So how I got the dimensions is I put in a bunch of add-on range tier 12s into a bunch of these mob crushers, and then I turned on the show working area, and then I built in 2 layers on all of these. Now, the second layer down here, the Endermen are tall enough to where they'll actually reach it again, so they'll kill it again. So it's kind of a doubling up on it. So why there aren't any Endermen spawning right now is I have this mega torch, which is preventing any mobs from spawning. But if I were to break this baby down, now we should see, yeah, there is now Endermen spawning, and they will begin to spawn closer if I start to fly up higher. That way I won't be as in range of it. And there we go. But I do need to kind of turn this thing off real quick because I have yet to explain the processes. So the mob crushers will get rid of the mobs, and they will generate their items and some essence. Both of those are then getting piped out and going into this netherite backpack, which has 2 things. A void upgrade and a tank upgrade. The tank upgrade is so that way it can absorb the essence. And the void upgrade is to void out all of the items that I do not want. If those things go into here, they're going away. As for the essence, that will then go up into this experience crystal, which will convert the essence back into usable experience. As you can see, I just pulled all that out, and now I have 113 levels, and I can put all my 113 levels back into there. It's very nice. It does have a limit, though, so I'm going to need to absorb quite a bit of that. But what exactly am I actually trying to get out of these? I am gaining Apotheosis armor, which then goes into this armory cabinet, which is... It's from functional storage, but I don't entirely know what it does. All I know is that it can actually hold in armors exclusively, which then get taken out into this salvaging table. Don't know where I got the shovel from, but this will help us explain it properly. So, if I go ahead and throw this shovel into here, if you're piping stuff into it, this is automated. But by throwing this into here and then click salvage, it'll then convert that into one of these things depending on its level. The highest level things give us these things called godforge pearls, and they are really, really sick. My knowledge on this is limited, but from what I know, these things will help us out in actually making higher tier gems. But I don't explicitly know what they do. I was kind of mistaken when it came to this. I thought I was making the gems, when in fact I was making these things. But I mean, at least it was kind of a good little thing I had going here. I did kind of steal this idea from somebody else. I'm not claiming this as my own, but it is a pretty efficient working thing. I just was mistaken about this whole thing, so you know what, it's fine. And if nothing else, this serves me as a nice experience farm, so hey, you know, that does help me out with all my enchants. Did you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last All the Mods 9 video where we used the Drigme farm to farm a couple of bosses inside of jars. Well, they weren't really bosses, but one of them was, and it is very, very snazzy. Bye-bye!